So in this video, I'm going to show you the 3 simple things you can do to have irresistible magnetic energy. This will change your vibration from the inside out. People will respond to you differently, and you will literally feel differently about you. Now, the first thing to understand with this process is that, once again, as I said in many of my videos, people feel what you feel about you. So the energy of us and how we feel in our bodies is going and emanating out, and other people are responding to it based in that way. If we believe there is something wrong with us, if we believe we're not good enough, if we believe we need something from anybody else, whether that's validation or wanting their approval, they will feel that off of us. And that is a repellent energy. So to understand what we can actually do in order for us to become more quote-unquote attractive, this is about understanding energy. And the first thing you can do that will change your energy in a very powerful way is healing that of the things that are causing us to seek approval from the outside or to seek validation from the outside, or even the belief that somebody out there is going to cure or fix what's going on so that I feel whole and complete. And letting go of that belief and sharing something called vulnerability will completely transform your life. Now, the thing that we do a lot of times in relationships, and even the thing that I did for a long time, is I would hide this belief and this feeling inside of myself where it's like I didn't feel good enough, I felt like I was seeking approval and validation, and I was in this energy, I believe, because there was a belief there that literally said I'm not good enough the way that I am. So I would then seek it on the outside. But then what would happen is there were certain personality traits that would come in where I was a people pleaser and what is called a nice guy. I had to shed that like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. I had to let go of this personality construct that was not vulnerable. Nice guys and people pleasers are not vulnerable because they're not showing the real them. To be vulnerable means that you're literally expressing the real you, even if it means you could be rejected. We have these beliefs that if I share my true desires, if I share this real part of myself, I will get rejected somehow. I won't be accepted. So what the nice guy does is the nice guy and the people pleaser, they are afraid of tension. They're afraid of other people feeling challenged. They are afraid of being polarizing. They're afraid of not getting other people's validation and approval. So a lot of times they will change themselves. They'll be this inauthentic aspect of themselves, which is then not attractive. And it actually repels love. It's not real. People like realness. Like even me in this video sharing with you that I used to have this people pleaser, nice guy personality construct that I had to shed, you probably feel at least a little bit more connected to my story, even if you have never had that in your life, but just because it's like, whoa, he's being real. He's expressing these things that aren't attractive to necessarily express, but in the courage to express them, it does something very magical. And like the nice guy, for a long time, I was afraid to express to somebody that I was even dating. I would be like afraid to express to them that I had some type of interest in them, like either sexual interest or more than just friendship. And what I eventually had to learn to do is I had to learn how to express that. And once I did that, it changed everything. So one thing you could realize is the more you are being vulnerable, the more you are having the courage to show the real you, and to also observe the belief that says like you're not worthy, you have to be different, you have to lose your own frame, the more magnetic you'll be when you let that go, that belief go. So that's the first thing you could do. Now the second thing for this is something that I call being in your own frame. So something you can do, even right now as you watch this video, we'll do it just for 2 seconds. Put your energy in your hands and your feet. Feel the separation between you and the wall. You and the camera, or not, I mean for me it's the camera, but you and the computer. As you feel separation, there's this magnetic thing that happens. And it's hard for me to describe this because it's only something you really experience once you do it. And I call this the frame technique. The frame technique is where you feel safe in your own frame, safe in your own body, and you're not seeking and trying to get energy from out there into here, and you're not scattering your own energy field. So one thing that I did is I did this technique when my shadow work coach taught me it, and I would go out in public, and it was like magic. People responded to me differently. I felt safe in my own body. I didn't feel like I had to reach out to other people, especially if it didn't feel authentic. Sometimes I would like say hi to people and stuff just because I felt like I had to or something. I remember going on an ATV ride with my dad, and my dad's like total nice guy. That's kind of where I got the pattern that I had to shed. We were like driving on this ATV through this like course, this place in Sedona, and I remember he was like letting these people go, or he was in the passenger seat, I was driving, and it was just the way he was, he was like, oh yes, so sorry, okay, go ahead, yeah. Like it was just, now that it's okay to be nice. No, okay, let me rephrase that. It's okay to be kind, but a lot of times being nice is in exchange for someone's validation or approval, because a lot of times people that are nice, they are afraid of other people's rejection. So they're doing it to get something else. It's a manipulative tactic. And I've had to learn this and like go through it in a hard way, but it's important to become aware of that frame. It's like seeking someone else's frame. My dad attracted my ex-stepmom. My ex-stepmom's a narcissist. My dad's like an empath, the nice guy, and he's been working with his energy. But also, why did he attract that? Well, in a way, it was safer for him to be a part of her frame than it was for him to be in his own frame. So this is an energy thing of feeling in your own frame, and if you do this embodiment exercise, it will make you will feel more magnetic. And you will see that people respond to you differently. I've shared this in a couple of videos. I'll share it real quick. I know some of you watch a lot of my videos. Some of you may have not heard of this story before, but at a life transformation workshop in Costa Rica, there was this lady that gave a TED Talk. She was explaining energy, and she said like if we all project our energy at her, right then, she said she felt repelled because we were projecting energy at her. She said, now bring all the energy back in your body, bring it in your hands, bring it in your feet. And as we did that, she said she could literally feel magnetized towards the crowd. So in a way, I always remember that, because now that I've learned the frame technique, I'm like, oh, it's like the same thing. Being centered in your own body, being centered in your own frame, not seeking frame. Frame is like your sense of reality. Are you seeking comfort in someone else's reality, or are you able to like feel safe in your own frame of reality? Which means literally being in your own body, putting the awareness. It's as simple as it gets, being safe in your own body, and also having a vision for your life. Having a vision for your life and understanding that the more you put energy into you leading in your life in a way where you're setting yourself up to be in this like frame of reality where like you love your life, you're excited for it, you're then in a different energy than when you're seeking something from somebody else. And a lot of times, if we want someone to chase us, what we're really asking for is we're asking for their validation or approval. We think that we want them to like us, but it's to hide the fact that we may not actually really love ourselves. So this is something that the more we become aware of our own self-love, because remember, the more you love yourself, not in a narcissistic way, but the more you appreciate yourself, you have insecurities, things that like you don't accept about yourself, the more you accept them, the more other people will accept them. Literally, reality is reflecting back what we believe to be true about ourselves. So the second one about being in your frame is one of the most powerful techniques I've learned, just the frame technique. Now, the third thing you can actually do to be way more attractive is to realize that life is kind of like a game. And that because it's kind of like a game, like we're here to have this temporary human experience, but at the same time, we're meant to just have fun. We're meant to enjoy our lives. And I'll tell you that the more fun you have, the more people want to be a part of your frame. Laughter, fun, lightness is very attractive, and it is very magnetic. And sometimes we'll tell ourselves a story. Oh, I'm not just that light, I'm so serious. That's just a story. Let go of the story that you're not fun. Let go of the story that says you can't have fun all the time, or you can't enjoy life. It's funny, but I looked at like the way I used to, like even just a couple months ago, the way I'd go to the gym, the way I would do things. I do things on a very specific regimen. Now I'm doing things I just feel like doing. Things I know I'm going to have more fun doing. It's a different way to go about this, but it really changes the energy. Have you ever seen it? Like I've seen it so many times where people go out with friends, they just have fun, and then it's like their energy is so magnetic, and then they're like a magnet. I went out with some friends a couple years ago, my friend Rebecca and some other friends. We did these things where we went out in public and did these like crazy embarrassing things, and we had like a scavenger hunt. So we had like a list of embarrassing things to do. One of them was I like had to go to a grocery store and help two people help me find my purple ferret and convince them to help me find my purple ferret for 5 minutes. I did that. Had to reenact a scene from Titanic with blasting a radio on the front of a Whole Foods cart that said "My heart will go on," and I had to get somebody to do that with me. It was like just fun, but because it was so fun, and this was at the peak of like the stuff that was going on in the world where everything was like shut down. So many people were attracted to our energy, even despite the fact of all the new stuff. It was like we were just magnets for like positive energy because we were in that positive state. So feeling in this kind of energy, feeling in this positive state really changes things. But a lot of this as well, just to be completely honest, the core issue of a lot of this is an abandonment wound. Feeling like we can't be ourselves and feel like we have to change our own center of gravity to receive love. And one of the things to look at with this abandonment wound is that we have abandoned ourselves in the process of not getting abandoned by other people. So to stop abandoning ourselves is the key. To like find out, what do I want? How can I be in my own frame? How can I stop pinging to other people? Realizing as well, like there's a deeper level to this, but it's not your fault whether your parents divorced, whether you felt emotionally or physically abandoned when you're a kid, whatever it is. It's like if we reframe some of that meaning in that story, we then won't internalize this level of shame that says I'm broken. Because then we carry that shame and it dims our light, it dims our magnetic energy. Now, one thing that we are doing, July 1st to the 21st, is a 21-day confidence love challenge. So if you want to rewire and let go of insecurity, if you want to feel more confident about yourself, if you want to literally learn how to trust yourself in a completely new way, that's what confidence means. It actually means to trust. You can learn how to trust yourself, trust the universe, let go of fear and doubt that's keeping you back, how to feel safe in your own frame, how to set boundaries easily, how to let go of the abandonment wound. We're going to be going over that all in a 21-day transformational process with thousands of people all over the world. These are the most powerful thing that I do a couple times a year. If you haven't been a part of them already, we've had over 10 or 12,000 people go through these challenges before. If you want to see more about it, go to www.confidencelovechallenge.com or click the link below. Also, today, I'll have this go out when it's one of the last days for that of the early bird special, which means you get 3 other bonuses that are included when you join today. So you'll see that below if you go to www.confidencelovechallenge.com. And then also, if you want a video that will help you understand more about that, of how to let go of these insecurities and how to really feel more confident, 5 confidence secrets right here that will change your life. People feel what you feel about you. The energy inside of our bodies are contagious. And based on how we feel about ourselves, that energy is being emanated out, and other people are responding to us based on that